Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. A bit delayed today, I know. Some problems with locking on to company heroes and basically a bit busy, so yeah. It's going to be a bit late. In fact, it's going to be straight up close to when the Company Heroes 2 trailers put out on YouTube. Apparently the G4 one was only for the US, and it was apparently also a cut one, so no huge deals. But we are watching Gopepsilive. Gopepsilive for all your Pepsi-tastic needs. Fighting for the 2nd SS Panzer Division. The Panzer Elite with the Schwimmwagens start. On Les Angoville. Opposing him shall be AioSola. Fighting for the Americans. Fighting for the, I don't know, 2nd Infantry. Note here, Pepsi's just charging into the base. Pushing around. With his Schwimmwagen. Most audaciously, most aggressively. Whatever shall he do? And he's rushing in again. What is he up to, this Pepsi, this Frenchman? He's putting down a mine. He's going tank destroyer within the first minute, basically. Put down a mine straight in front of the barracks, and this case actually he knows probably what's on, and he retreats with only losing half health, but not a full squad. Still going to hurt him a bit, and we're seeing a 2nd Schwimmwagen out. So this is actually a pretty slightly different, well, rather different start for the Panzer Elite. I've seen some, Panzer Elite players when I do play them against the Americans, use the Schwimmwagens with mines, but still interesting to sort of note it from a Panzer Elite perspective. Panther gets squad out, and clearly this is intent on some pretty early harassment. Of course, it's also going to limit his combat effectiveness with the infantry initially, because again he won't be able to get the munitions for Gewehr 43s, but he's of course hoping this to do the damage through mines, and of course that initial rifleman squad will be much easier to deal with for the Panzergrenadiers, and of course it'll be on very little health. It will be radically much easier to deal with. Panzers are moving in, going to stop those engineers, allowing the Schwimmwagen to quickly get back to work. Engineers are taking heavy losses. The first 2 squads from the 2nd SS, Das Reich, are out. Schwimmwagen getting repaired. Schwimmwagen being sort of an amphibious jeep used by reconnaissance units who couldn't quite get armor cars. Usually I think some of the Panzergrenadier units actually used them. For example, the 17th SS reconnaissance units, it's organic at least, had it. Of course, it also had 2 from... one from the 9th SS and the 10th SS actually attached to it as well. Panzergrenadiers moving up here. 3rd squad out for Gopepsilive, who actually apparently never actually drinks Pepsi but prefers Coca-Cola, so of course I might be wrong. But Panzergrenadiers moving in. Also big thanks to all of those who of course tuned in yesterday to watch my stream. I was up to close to 150 viewers. That's certainly nice considering I've only been streaming for a few days, so again, big thanks, well, a few weeks, so big thanks to everyone for that. Did show up, and of course, again, find the link in the stream. I usually stream about somewhere between 1900 to 2200, or, well, 9 to 10 p.m. Central European time. Schwimmwagen here, they're going to get lost, but another mine by Gopepsilive. Schwimmwagen, though, out of control. Tragically, this one has actually still not been repaired. We are seeing a quick response from Pepsi. 3rd squad there, decent map controlled by Pepsi. AioSola, of course, noticed the mine, so he's trying to move, but oh no, Hank! Apparently, probably Cornet tripping on his shoelaces and tripping into the mine. Oh, how I loathe when that happens myself. So I can certainly imagine if Sola is perhaps a bit frustrated. We're seeing more riflemen on the way for him. Slightly pushed away. Nice harassment by Pepsi. Holding this point only 1 squad of Panzergrenadiers, but we are seeing a large force of riflemen moving in. Fighting for Uncle Sam and all that. And I'll also try to sort of perhaps upload the trailer on my own channel. Of course, if you don't find the link, of course, you can just see it there. Plus, who knows, it might actually attract some more people. Still waiting for the contract to return signed, of course, by the other part. And of course, thus getting me my channel all those partnership rights. Mine down there though, lovely. Again, I mean, it's actually interesting and fun to see a Panzer Elite player actually mine. Usually they don't do it, but again with the Schwimmwagen you can mine, but there's one caveat: they're actually quite expensive compared to other mines. I mean, they cost 35 munitions. I mean, it's not like you're laying down mines like everybody else. You're doing it actually at a premium. But on the other hand, of course, you can lay down mines. In fact, you do so much quicker than most other units. I mean, we're talking Greyhound mine speed. And again, that early on, that can actually make a bit of a difference again if you want to do some harassment. Defensive operations up, but we're also seeing the Kampfgruppe company going up again. Pepsi continues harassment, and again, this is probably part of his plan. Continue harassment, deny fuel to his opponent to, of course, further enforces, of course, ensure his opponent can't rush for armored cars. Or at least make it a lot less viable. So this is actually, in some senses, in fact, incredibly aggressive strategy by Pepsi, but at the same time, it's also one that, to a certain extent, also leaves him a bit more vulnerable. And look there, Heinz is not feeling too well. Medic station up, though, to help with the attritional aspect. And again, this is only one of the parts where a Panzer Elite player can actually run into a lot of problems. Again, attrition. And again, going for a medic station, in this case, rather nicely placed behind the lines, can actually sort of, slowly count against the Panzer Elite player because for every, perhaps, one he loses and every 2 he kills, one is actually recovered because it's not a full casualty. So in that sense, they can actually be to the advantage of the American, to the detriment of Pepsi if he doesn't force a quick, kill. Well, it looks like he got the medic this time around. Second one moving in. And of course, that is a good move. At the same time, flamethrower engines moving up there on the right flank. Another medic down, although some of the troops might have actually pushed themselves out of cover to achieve this, which could be to the Pepsi of Sola and the 3rd Infantry Division. So further engagement up there. Point being secure there. In fact, not much going on there. The riflemen are slowly losing this fight. The medics are not surviving. Another rifleman squad on the way for Sola. One squad push away. And no, he's actually cancelling and he's going straight for the Browning automatics. And a squad went down for Pepsi. He was a bit too slow to retreat and thus lost a full squad of Panzergrenadiers. That is going to hurt Pepsi in several ways. I mean, he might have won the engagement in terms of other resources. He might actually have lost quite a bit. But we are seeing additional Panzergrenadiers up. He's certainly continuing the onrush of them. He's got 5 squads, although 6 because he lost one. Ultimately made. Flamethrowers rushing in from the flank. Flamethrowers doing what they can to hold the Panzergrenadiers at bay. But of course, the Panzergrenadiers do a much longer range. And there we go. Forced away. No replacement medics though, and Browning automatic is soon down. That's definitely going to increase the firepower. Of course, then there's worry about armoured cars. Armoured cars are definitely a problem. But the Browning automatics do have a slight chance against them. They can do alright. They are light machine guns in a sense. And they do alright damage against the armoured cars if you can sort of hold up in the right positions. Otherwise, you're mostly buggered. But we are seeing a Browning automatic pop right there. He needs to retrieve it. Still no medics. Oh wait, never mind. Hank running. And come on. Running. Someone's dying. You don't want him to die in your arms. That would be awfully awkward. Schwimmwagen the Repello. Perhaps he's just made a new one. Pepsi's certainly losing a bit of ground. And there we go. Sturm Panzerjäger Command going quickly up. Sturm Armory. Yes, we're playing with the mixed Panzerjäger und Wehrmacht. Dummkopf. And of course, it's referring to myself. The riflemen are pushing forwards there. Pepsi regaining some parts of the right-hand map. But again, this force is pretty much too minuscule to actually take on the riflemen. Particularly with Browning automatics. And he... Oh no, he doesn't actually finish the Panzerjäger command. He does not finish it. And instead he's going to rush into this, and it could actually have some slightly tragic circumstances if Sola actually goes for some suppressive fire, as Pepsi hopefully in this case that means he will actually spread out his troops, otherwise again he's just going to get suppressed. Faster than rumors about the Führer having one testicle in Germany. We are seeing engineers getting fired on. He's actually doing it. He's going for the cutoff point again. And there goes squad retreating. Going for the fuel there. Mine goes off. Nice mining by Sola, actually. Very nice. Very nice. We are seeing more Panzers that are pushing in the name of the fatherland, but the riflemen are trying to get the retreating ones, and they thus miss sight of the ones charging in. Well, I'm making it, Bob. I'm making it. On this recording talking about the gameplay trailer, in which case it will soon be up. From my perspective, of course, from this one where I haven't seen it yet. I've seen some parts from the one on G4, which was actually a cut trailer. They hadn't actually shown the full thing, and they also cut it up in weird ways. And they also attached some really, really, really daft music. Oh, mine goes off there, killing quite a few riflemen. Oh, another one. Larry, Hank, Bob, Robert, and Fritz, the awkward one. But gaining a nice amount of map control in this case, this is where, you know, just going lots of Panzergrenadiers doesn't work out. You actually do need some Gewehr 43 to sort of assist, as they do increase the rate of fire overall. Panzergrenadiers moving up, they could ambush the riflemen from inside the building. Schnell, Heinz, kicks the door in. But it's opening on its own. It's halted now. Anyways, we are seeing riflemen being slightly pulled back. Panzergrenadiers moving in. Would actually be cool if they had a sort of kicking in door animation. Armored cars on the way finally for Gopepsilive, and we're seeing another medic station up. He's really going for the attritional aspect. And I actually think there's one strategy which actually focuses on getting BARs and then several medic stations to sort of that way survive as many losses and of course slowly drain the Panzer Elite player. This is some slightly more higher stuff. And we're seeing Group Seal going up. Pepsi enforcing his troops to fight harder. And of course laughing when he of course gets it. Haha, we have the seal. Well, he would have said probably more because he's French, we have le seal. Anyways, of course not to be rude to Pepsi, just having a bit of fun. Panzergrenadiers moving in. Oh, Engineers getting gunned down. Oh, nice focus down there by Pepsi. Veterans up for the Panzergrenadiers, he needs to get it. Marvin moving in, surrounding the Panzergrenadiers. Will be seeing suppressive fire against them. That could be absolutely devastating. More riflemen moving in. We're actually seeing them being surrounded. We're seeing armored cars moving in. Veterans see more achieved at some offensive being chosen. And there we go. We have the seal, Kampfgruppe. We have the seal, the announcer proudly announces. Increasing their health overall and giving them some health regeneration when they're close to each other. That, of course, is not a carte blanche to blow up, but it certainly means you get some advantage in keeping them close together. You sort of chain them up, I suppose. And, of course, it actually sort of basically improves the squad overall. Veterans in 2 though, and they are held up nicely in cover, minimizing the overall damage the armor car can actually do compared to if they were out in the open. And in this case, armor cars are maneuver weapons. You want to catch them where the cover doesn't apply, otherwise their usefulness actually drops rapidly.
Attention, the enemy advances.
Rather than Panzer still holding up here. Young Jurgen died of fright because he thought the house was open. Or haunted, I mean. Instead of considering, oh yes, I just opened the door. Anyways. Armored car pushing up there, riflemen still holding out. Medics, though, quite a few of them died. Supply and upgrade one by one up. These riflemen actually not quite surviving. The Panzergrenadiers barely survived. Barely. Could we be seeing upgrades? Nope, no upgrades as of yet. Not a single Gewehr 43 or Sturmgewehr. Which could actually prove to be quite the useful weapon against the riflemen in cover. More useful than the armored car, which has suffered slight damage. 2 medic stations still there. Medics getting refreshed. Well, pulled out from new ones. And of course not explain what happened to the previous ones. Otherwise I'm pretty sure they wouldn't go out into the battlefield unarmed. Riflemen getting gunned down. Bit unfortunate. Could probably lose this fight to the Panzergrenadiers, in particular with offensive efficiency, increases accuracy, increases rate of fire lightly. Oh, and there we go, caught out in the open by the armored car. The last spot you want to be caught by an armored car, the most devastating spot to be caught by an armored car. Armored cars are absolutely lethal if you are sort of caught off guard. And again, that's where they excel. They are not really, again, good for dealing with troops sort of more dug in. Oh, mine goes off, killing a few more of them. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Not doing too well for Sola. The 2nd SS Panzer Division pushes forward with Schwimmwagens on armored cars. Could get another one, in fact. Still no weapon upgrades. Though partly because he actually hasn't had much access to munitions. Most have been using them on mines. Rather than reinforcing left and right. Charging forwards here in a larger force. Some veterans, but again caught out in the open. 4/6. While the Panzergrenadiers are doing their best to sort of keep them surrounded. And of course that way minimize cover overall. Quite the fight here. Will the armored car assist? Medics pulling in the wounded safely. Another push up by the rifleman, perhaps hoping to overstretch the armored car's capabilities. Advancing up here. Oh, he got the medic station. Flamethrowers are pushing in. Rifleman moving in. Medics halfway there towards a full rifleman squad. Squad there pushed away. Heavy losses for Pepsi. And there we go, Jaeger Command upgrade. And he's actually going for... If I was to read this correctly, I would say he was going for Riflemen. Or Panthers, I mean. And Panthers are certainly excellent tanks, but they are not the most effective choice against infantry. And there we go, armored car damage. The Browning automatic tearing through it. Oh dear, this could be an armored car lost for Pepsi. That's actually going to be quite a considerable loss. But because he doesn't have any more. He's going to be tagging up. Again, it could be he's going straight for the Panther, but again, actually a more efficient choice would be Panzer IVs. Protected against sticky bombs by armored skirts, and of course much better at dealing with infantry. You could then of course back that up with Panthers in case of course an armored anti-armor response, but I mean, if we're looking at the force sort of presented at him now, it would actually been a better choice perhaps, you know, to skip these two upgrades, go straight for the Panzer Support Command, and he's actually getting veteran sergeants, interestingly enough, so he's also getting a lot of upgrades for his infantry, but then going for the Panzer Force, charging in, blasting Yankees, and there we go. Nice movement by AioSola. He's mining away. He's really going to make it difficult for Pepsi to counterattack. Lovely. He would of course do more with tank traps and barbed wire and sandbags, but definitely not bad. Of course, he's also got grenades for his riflemen. Of course, it's also going to make it a bit hard for Pepsi with his unupgraded Panzergrenadiers. Still not seeing a single Gewehr 43, I think. And there we go, grenade going off, killing a few, but the riflemen are still out in a wrong position. Bad position! Bad! Oh no, Hank! Save yourself! Mine goes off there, Schwimmwagen moves in. Also spots the mines if possible. A mine spotted. Oh, but the mine could go off! The mine could go off! Oh dear, never mind, he didn't try to throw a grenade at it. Quickly repairing the Schwimmwagen, nice move, going for the cutoff. Weapon support center up, interesting, he's not going to fight Pepsi in any sort of armoured game. He might of course expect the Panthers, in which case of course any armour will be much more quickly dealt with, so of course he's going to go with the infantry, because again, Panthers are... They can still deal with infantry. I mean, we're not talking martyrs against infantry, we're talking somewhat decent, but again, not the most efficient choice if you're only fighting an infantry army. I mean, they're tough, certainly, but they can also risk getting overwhelmed. Of course, companies too will perhaps fix a bit, but still they'll probably also be a bit more expensive overall. Certainly a lot of things to consider in that case. And Rifleman Squad reformed. Lovely, that's definitely going to put pressure on Sola. I mean, Pepsi, not Sola. Hopefully that's actually easing the pressure on Sola. Easing it. Make it easier. Give him some breathing space. A pack of smokes. Liberty smokes. Smoke of Americans who fight for liberty. Nice movement there by Le Pepsi, clearing out Le Mines. A bit blobbing up there. Never a fan of that. Never a fan. Definitely looking like Le Pepsi is going straight for Le Panther 4. Mine going off. Oh, we got the Schwimmwagen, but a mine going off. Right near holding up, and we are trying to see a flank here by Sola. He's actually charging in. He's going for a grenade, but again, cautious. Open terrain. Lots of offensive veterancy on the Panzers, and there we go. Squad could go down. That would be devastating. And there's a Browning automatic, which if secured by the double offensive veterancy rifle Panzers, is going to be... Oh, he ran! He didn't pick it up! Oh dear, that's definitely going to be huge for Sola. And definitely a bit of a miss there, I think, by Pepsi. I mean, a BAR with double offensive veterancy is a more powerful BAR, basically. Fires faster, more accurate. More likely to kill some armies, some Yankee gangsters.
We are losing ground.
And there we go. The tables are turned now. The riflemen are the ones holed up in the house. Flamethrowers coming in from the north. Nice infantry movement overall. AioSola. Something on the way from the weapon support center. Probably going to be a sniper.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Panzer support command upgrade on the way. But again, I smell a Panther battle group coming in.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
And, Attacks going in left and right. Pepsi split. And just saw the trailer. Yeah, brief pause for that. Looked pretty awesome. Lots of stuff. ISU 152, IS2, KV1, KV8. That's the flamethrower variant, by the way. SU 76. And there was a Tiger as well. Obviously. Panzer IV, Stug. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. And what looked like Panther is knocking out a T-34. Again, lots and lots of stuff. Panther is on the run though. So, pushing up on all fronts. Exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Emplacement going up here, protect the western victory point. Oh, Schwimmwagen down. Pepsi up not quick enough. Let's just speed this out a bit while Sola regains map control again. Pepsi moves out his second SS Panzer force. A lot less finesse, a lot more brutal force it seems like. Next station almost reformed the full squad again. Snipers moving about. 5 rifleman squads. Oh, mine went off. And there you go. Again going for the cutoff. Again going for it. Sniper opens up. Gets a Panzergrenadier. Helmut shot through the head. Rifleman pushing in. Another sniper shot. Increasing rate of attrition against Pepsi much more drastically. And there we go. Panthers are arriving. And I hope to turn the tide. Another rifleman, Panzergrenadier sniped. 3 kills for the sniper so far. Another sniper on the way, of course. Going to a bit of problems with the Panthers, but again, if handled properly, the Panthers will probably find some. And he's actually floating a lot of command points. If I didn't know better, they said he was going armed to go for a Pershing. Second sniper opens up. There you go, Panthers are rolling in. Sniper needs a cloak list. He fancies becoming Panther feed. Food. Right hand largely secured. In fact, all victory points are secured. And sticky bomb from the veteran Z2 rifleman. Panther continue to get sniped. Getting shot at by riflemen moving in from the other side in a forced way. Lots of sticky bombs going off on the Panther though. Almost down to half health and a damaged engine. No idea why Pepsi rushed it in like that. Seems quite reckless, in fact. Quite reckless. Rifleman moving in towards the center. Could get off a grenade. And the Panther's getting hunted down. Of course, negative cover is going to be... Ooh, it actually misses. Grenade goes off there, actually killing a bit. But the rifle now taking heavy losses. And there's a crater in the center that's actually going to make the Panther move slower. I mean, that's the thing about these craters. They make units move slow. In particular, vehicles can't actually move through craters. So the more crater the landscape also becomes, less suited for vehicles it becomes. And there we go, another sticky bomb. Down to half health, less than half health, in fact. Rifleman reformed. 6 riflemen. Second Panther also in a bit of trouble. Still no doctrine as of yet for Sola. Bit of a shame, bit of a shame. More sticky bombs going off against the Panther.
Airdrop reserves are now available.
And there we go. Airborne chosen. He's going to pop him an anti-tank gun from above. As if though we were dealing with takeout and he was ordering an anti-tank gun. But nonetheless ready to take on the Krauts. And the anti-tank gun. Oh, there we go. Opening up with the Panther. Of course, more sticky bombs on the Panther. More sticky guns. I'm hoping he's using armor-piercing rounds. Destroyed engine. Oh dear, this is... Apparently it's got candy or something stuck in the treads because the rifleman just running into it. Either that or they're drunk. Panther goes advancing in but getting sniped. And the anti-tank is doing his best to get that anti-tank gun. While the snipers are doing their best to kill as many Panzers as possible.
The enemy is down.
Oh, misses, misses. Shot bounces off. Rifleman in the... Oh, he dies. Another force moves in there to reinforce. And the Panther's down. Veteran D2 for the anti-tank gun. 2 squads of riflemen gone for down for Sola. And some of them were actually quite veteran. That's actually considerably more painful. But nonetheless, I mean, Pepsi also lost a Panther. That is definitely not small change either. And the other Panther's not really going to be combat ready for any time soon. Let's at least hope he's got expert repairs up. Still not a lot of upgrades for his infantry. He's getting some Gewehr 43s now, but what if he'd actually gone for some assault rifles, I think? Alright, looks like he does have expert repairs up. That's something. Let's speed this up a bit again. Not much happening. Again, Pepsi's sort of lining up for a counterattack once more. Into the breach, men. And of course now the anti-tank veteran is going to be a bit more of a threat to the Panther. Shots that are bouncing off the 80mm sloped frontal armor. Sloping basically meant that the actual armor in technical reasons were, in reality when the shell hit, was actually thicker, depending on the sloping. Although there was something called overmatching, which meant that if the shot was large enough, it wouldn't matter if the armor was sloped. There was something there, but that's not actually something I have all the details in the science of. But it's certainly one thing to consider, the overmatching bit. But nonetheless, I mean, 80mm sloped armor would certainly be much more against most guns, which was 75mm. Generally. And we're seeing a Jagdpanther actually being called in from the Schwer Panzerjägerabteilung von der 35. Usually Jagdpanthers were in tank destroyer battalions of the heavy kind, although some were actually handed out to Panzer brigades of the special kind during the fighting in the Ardennes. And also another fun fact is the Jagdpanther was actually largely exclusive to the Western Front. I mean, except in the last few months of the war, but they were largely actually only fighting on the Western Front. They didn't actually see much action on the Eastern Front. So fun little fact there. Panzergrenadiers are moving in, gunning down the riflemen. Nice push though. Still might have been nice to see some assault rifles, but the snipers are certainly making short work of the Panzergrenadiers. Panther not really in good condition either. He's really desperate to get those snipers, but in that case an armored car might have been a better choice to try and hunt them down. He needs to repair these units. He might also want to consider a Berge Panther to recover the Panther. Add some punch. We're not talking the alcoholic kind you drink at Christmas parties. Speeding things up again, not a lot of engagements. Sola though suddenly holding the upper hand. And he's actually using supply drops and using the weapons added. My goodness, this is pretty rare stuff. Jagdpanther moves forward. Should be careful. Anti-tank rounds could make distressingly short work of it. Oh, strafing run. I suspect against here. Yes. Doesn't actually do much. But two anti-tank guns firing at the Jagdpanther. Jagdpanther is not moving. And it's not like its threats are actually disabled, so it can actually move. More sniper fire. Panzergrenadiers in a dire amount of straits. Panther moves in. Anti-tank guns actually could be overwhelmed. Oh, well, that's a 30 caliber to help with the infantry. So that's actually a nice move right there by Sola. Storming the Panzergrenadiers moving in, although veteran sergeants certainly help a bit. They're clearly not helping enough. So not with snipers adding in. Panthers moving in. Anti-tank gun decrewed. Veteran D2. But Panther could go down any second. Nope. They managed to escape the arc of fire of the anti-tank gun. And will be making a very, very sad retreat towards friendly lines. And there we go. The Jagdpanther's actually charging in. No, never mind. Pretends to charge in. Perhaps might want to consider charging out then. 30 caliber advancing a bit, sending up behind an old fence, and it's time to actually return to Sola. Oh, I actually went to look at him. Yes. Silly me.
One of our sectors has been cut off.
Panther getting repaired. Jagdpanther getting charged. Rather than closer getting blasted. Damage engine on the Jagdpanther again. Lots of Gewehr 43s, but not a single assault rifle. No Sturmgewehrs. I would have loved to see that. Perhaps also a lot less blobbing. And there we go. The Yak Panther's actually mobilized. That is bad news as they come. We are seeing Camp Panther fighting back, hoping to recover and save the Yak Panther while anti-tank guns are moving in to knock it out. 30 caliber and sniper covering the flank. Panzergrenadier squad down. Yak Panther in a very, very bad condition. Panzergrenadier getting sniped, getting suppressed by the 30 caliber. Anti-tank gun cleared out. Only one left. Airborne actually dropping in. More sniper fire. Some of it misses though. Another anti-tank gun sorted out because they're airborne nearby, ready to recruit if necessary. More troops getting sniped. Anti-tank gun fires away. The Panther moves forwards. And exposed rear. Good night.
We have lost a unit.
Yeah, Panther probably going to be next. Not a lot of things left for Pepsi. Oh, we actually got a full squad. Trying to repair it. Airborne moving in, strafing run. Ooh, narrowly avoids it. Main gun destroyed. This is not going to be a pretty sight. And there we go, Yak Panther gone.
We hit 100 points.
Panzer gun is advancing. More heavy losses. Good job. JE kill. Never mind. Anyways, game over. A loss for the 2nd SS. Pretty hard fight. Looked good for him in the start, but certainly there were some problems. I think, again, you know, partly all the munitions invested in mines, while certainly also helpful. It also rather hurt him because he couldn't upgrade his Panzergrenadiers, which allowed BR to slowly gain the weight. And, of course, he only actually got one armoured car. And I also think, again, the choice was not right to get Panthers. He should have actually gone straight for Panzer IVs and rushed those in. That might actually have won Pepsi the game. Instead, he tried for Panthers, and the Panthers were, again, much more limited in their usefulness against an only infantry-based army. Much more limited. And that probably hurt Pepsi quite a bit, because that basically meant he had 1,000 manpower invested in all of that. Probably more because of all the upgrades he got exclusively for that purpose. And again, rather meant he probably didn't get as much out of it as he could have. He also, of course, lost quite a few Schwimmwagens, which he kept replacing. He might also want to do with some armor contracts to support this force later on. And of course, other things to point out, but of course, I mean, it rather shows again you have to be careful playing as the Panzer Elite, and of course, also shows the effectiveness of medic stations and Browning automatics in the right circumstances. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something, because there were certainly some different things here. And if you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send a replay? And this is Imperial Dane saying cheers.